Wait. Don't go anywhere, okay? Somebody asked a question. This intro gonna be a little bit longer than usual because I gotta do some back work. But somebody asked a question and I am going to answer, okay? So don't go anywhere, all right? Let's see what we got for you. What do we have? This one. And I am your Chief Executive Officer at Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. I am a native of New Jersey. I've been a resident in North Carolina for 20 years. I have an amazing husband and 5 beautiful children.
Thank you all for attending this extraordinary event, and tonight we are taking the time out to thank our nurses for all the care they have provided to all the patients, friends, and families. We dedicate this night to celebrate your commitment, your compassion, your perseverance to providing top-of-the-line health care to all patients.
Say breakthroughs in the room.
Breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you want it. Anticipating.
Anticipating.
Always has worse going on than you do. They always have more going on than you do. And if you look at it like that, you will understand that compassion comes automatically.
Went ahead, you apply for your EIN, you got that first with your company name, and you go to the state level to apply and it's no longer available. Now you have to do additional paperwork just to try to get everything balanced, right? We are doing a Make the Call to Get the Client challenge. It's a 5-day challenge and I want you to be a part of it. If you are a healthcare staffing owner and you are suffering with getting clients, hospitals, nursing homes, whatever your niche is, whatever.
We adore each other. We love being with each other, right?
No, I adore it. I enjoy it. I love it.
I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you. Your destiny, your promise, your future. You might as well shout before you get it, because God sent me here to tell you that what he has for you is gonna be big.
I believe
That it's my season.
that it's my season.
You ought to declare that over your own life. Say, I believe.
I believe.
Go. And you want that person to have that integrity, that professionalism when the door is closed. Because that's what matters. Is
Diabetic or you're diabetic, it's a chance that you might lose some type of sensation in your feet. So you always want to touch the water when you get in any type of bath water, when you're immersing yourself in like a jacuzzi or anything.
So how do you see your journey from that point in time till now? And what is it now that you are aiming for? What is it that you seek for yourself?
So right now, I'm just seeking to touch medical professionals nationwide because, in global
Accountability kicks in, and that is what we have with our medical professionals. We make sure they are all of that when the door is closed. So
Yes, that's awesome. And
that matters most to your family, your health, and your happiness. You have to choose happiness over anything. And my husband, I love him. I say, look, you happiness over anything. All right, y'all. Good morning. How are you today? Let's get to it. Now, why do I go live Monday through Friday, y'all? It's simple. Somebody keep asking me a question. I don't know who it is. Like, people keep asking me questions, but it's cool because I got like 200 questions, over 200 questions, and I'm going to answer it. I was supposed to be starting a whole nother script, and I just did it wrong again. It's okay. It's fine. Keep going. All right. So keep DMing me, keep emailing me, keep texting me, keep asking me questions. With that being said, we are here on Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Literally live, and sometimes be a recording, but I'll let y'all know. I'll let you know in advance. Like, Alisa gotta be off this day. Y'all can't do this. But Monday through Friday, normally live. I be in the building, 12 o'clock. 12:02 sometimes. Look, no, she knows she got to do it every day at 12 and still manage to be late. It's crazy. But literally send me your questions. We answer it, y'all. So if you have a question about life, business, or health, or relationships, we are here to help you answer your question. Saturdays and Sundays, you get a recording. Okay. You get a recording at 12 p.m. So this is why we're here. Absolutely. Let's get to the question. Episode number 144, y'all. Every time I see that number, that means I've been live for 144 days. It's consistent. Say for me. All right. So episode number 144. What staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? This is a great question. So thank you for whoever answered this question. Let's get to it. I give you 3 things on what I think will answer your question. I'm over here looking to put the 15 minutes on the clock and minimize that so I can see the comments. Boom. Here we go. What staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? Nurses. So if you have looked at any of my lives, if you have looked at any of my past recordings, I always say if you're in a healthcare staffing agency, if you own a healthcare staffing agency, you need to hire nurses. And I'm talking about registered nurses and licensed practical nurses. Primarily registered nurses. Why? Because they take up about 86% of the workforce in healthcare. Okay. So if I know that they take up about 86% of the workforce in healthcare, that literally means that they need nurses everywhere. So if you have a healthcare staffing agency, without a doubt, you need to staff some type of nurses, registered nurses or licensed practical nurses, but primarily registered nurses for sure. Okay. So those are the staff that you can utilize in a healthcare staffing agency. This one will probably be short, this video, but it's cool. What staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? Doctors, right? So a lot of people don't know that sometimes the doctor that's taking care of you is a travel doctor, right? One of the things they call that is locum tenens. So locum tenens is the whole travel like system or packet for doctors. And y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I used to take it personal. I used to get real personally angry and stuff when I would go into a doctor suite. And even with the regular staff doctors, but if you go into a doctor suite, they have it laid out. You got food there, you got chips, you got candy, you got your coffee, you got your drink, and this is all free. This is all free in a doctor suite. But then you go to where the nurses are, and it's a vending machine. Like, wait a minute. So I had to think about it. You know, doctors don't take up a large amount of the workforce in healthcare. So I can't imagine, you know, literally buying all these snacks and sweets and all this stuff for people, for thousands and thousands of people compared to hundreds and hundreds of doctors, right? So that's how I rationalized it now as an adult. But back then, man, I used to have my doctor friends. I'm like, look, I want a snack tonight. I don't feel like paying for it. Let's go to your doctor suite. And we will go to the doctor suite. And it's like it'd be nice in there. They be having like couches where you can pull out in beds. They have a room where it's like a bed and the doctors could get to bring their own linen and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Hospitals, it's crazy. Nurses need that too. Like, we need it too. Okay. So it was always the most beautifulest place. So I always say to people, you want to know where the hospital make their money at? Look at the floors. If you look at the floors, you can see, oh, they making money in this department because them floors look really, really good. Prime example, anytime you go to an ICU, anytime you go to a mother and baby, anytime you go to an OR, and that place is like spanking brand new, That's the place that's making them the money. Okay. So think about that. It's the extra tip I want to give you. All right. So what staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? Doctors, right? So they literally hire doctors, and doctors are different. They normally don't do, how can I say this? They normally don't do 6-week, 8-week contracts with doctors unless it's like an emergent situation. They normally do 3 months to a year of a contract. Some agencies, some hospitals do it longer. The government might do it longer for sure. But doctors aren't usually in your 4 to 8 week contracts. They're normally your long staff contracts, which is good for the agency because you have some agencies that all they do is staff doctors. And you can get like that, right? You can get where you staff a particular niche, like all nurses. All you do is staff nurses. That's it. Like if you're the nurse person, people come to you just for nurses. All you do is staff CNAs. They come to you just for CNAs, right? And then you grow like our counterpartners, Aya Health, Favorite Healthcare Staffing, Maximum Health. I don't know if Maximum do it, but I know Favorite and Aya Health offer locum tenens as an additional staffing source in their business plan or profile. So you can grow up to it, right? And that's what I keep telling about people with staff. When it comes to staffing, you got to decide if you're going to do this for the rest of your life or you're going to build it up to sell it. Either way, you have to put in the work to build it up. It has to be a certain amount of number to get some money out of it, right? You don't want to do all this hard work and then they be like, oh, I buy your agency for $2 million. You're like, what? What's that going to do for me? Even though you could take $2 million and flip it if you got the right mindset. But you don't put in all this work to just give it to somebody for $2 million and now they make millions and millions of dollars of it. No, right? You put in the work so you can sell it. We know a person who sold their staffing agency for $64 million and walked away and retired. They were older in their agency and they walked away and they retired. I actually have people reach out to me presently, ask me, do I want to buy their staffing agency? And I'm just like, no. And the reason why I said no, and I know this sounds horrible, but I am not, I'm the first one to say I am not business savvy enough. Like I haven't met Robert L. Smith yet. I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet Robert. Okay. He is an African-American billionaire that built his businesses on acquiring businesses. So he's like somebody I really, really look up to. And I want to meet him before I buy a business. I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet him, right? I have literally made it strategically, like your girl strategic. Where I'm going to meet him when I am ready to start acquiring businesses, because there's a difference between acquiring some random stranger's healthcare staffing agency and your own agency, especially if you have principles and protocols and stuff that you go by. Now you got to see all the mess that they have, right? It's like the mess. I don't know what your mess is. I know how, if I teach somebody how to build a healthcare staffing agency, I'm more likely to buy that agency because their core principles come from me, right? So that's why we, at the end of this year, beginning in January, we are going to be franchising our model where other people can purchase into our company because it's a model and it can be duplicated multiple times to make multiple millions, right? So this is why I'm very strategic, and I'm going to meet Robert L. Smith. I had the opportunity to meet him last year and I didn't take the opportunity, but if God spares his life and God spares my life, we're going to meet. We're going to have a great conversation. He is going to be a mentor of mine. Speaking it is out in the universe. All right. So again, you can acquire a business, right? So what staff, let's get y'all say come back because I'm lost. I'm trying to figure out the question that I'm answering. I know went so deep. I don't even know, right? Let's come back. What staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? Doctors. Again, medical professionals, healthcare staffing owners don't know this. Some of them don't, but you should. And how do you know this? Is you take 15 minutes a day and you go through your business, y'all. And with that being said, I heard that Favorite Healthcare Staffing, they've been staffing Chicago's crisis centers, the immigrants centers that they have, and they're putting them in the shelters. Y'all, they made $250 million from the government. $250 million, Favorite Healthcare Staffing alone from the government for staff in the shelters with immigrants in the city of Chicago. And they asked the city of Chicago for $300 more million. Girl, People keep saying ain't no jobs in healthcare staffing. What you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? If you are a healthcare staffing owner and you can't find no clients, go latch on to like favorite healthcare staffing and start staffing Chicago for them. I just gave a bar. Come on now, I'm giving out clients for free. All right, so let's go to the next one. I think I spelled this wrong. I knew I spelled this wrong. I'm looking at that and I'm just like, that is not how you spell that word, Jesus. Okay, so let's get to it. What staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? Janitors. All right, this I put there purposely. So there is over 52. I say over because there's over every day they add a new medical profession that I don't know about, but I'm curious to learn, right? There are over 52 different medical professionals that you can staff in a hospital, nursing home, or any of the medical settings. So with that being said, janitors can be staffed under healthcare staffing agencies. Why? Because they can work hospitals. And if they work the hospital for you or the nursing home, there are certain certifications that they have to have, okay? So you do not have to be a regular staffing agency to staff janitors. You can staff janitors into a healthcare setting because they have to have particularly different tests than a general. Well, the janitors probably still have to do it, but because it's a healthcare setting and you're a healthcare staffing agency, you can staff janitors, right? So that is one of the things that I teach my mentees, y'all, and it's one of the things I do at the webinar for free. Tell you about the 52 different medical professionals. So it is possible to staff a janitor in a healthcare staffing agency. Okay. So healthcare staffing is so endless. It depends on your determination. It depends on what you want to do and how bad you want it. How bad do you want it? Right. And if you don't want it bad, you just want the glitz and glamour of it all. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want the stressful nights sometimes, right? If you got God with you, you learn that stressful nights don't matter. Only thing matters that you're breathing, you're amongst the people that you love. Then healthcare staffing might not be for you. And if you don't care about people, just stay go work with computers. Like go work with computers. Like go do something that doesn't interact you with working with a person as a patient, right? Please. Like, oh, it kills me. People who they mad because they got a job and they work in this medical facility, but they mad because they got a job. It don't make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. All right. So what staff do they use for healthcare staffing agencies? We're going to do this again. It's nurses, doctors, and we talked about this, janitors. All right. So why do they call me CEO 3 times, y'all? It's simple. Everybody is a boss at least 3 times in their lives. You are bossing yourself. You are bossing your business, right? And you are bossing your family. So everybody at minimum is bossing something 3 times in their life, right? So we all CEOs 3 times. We call ourselves CEO, and I say we because I always mention my husband. When you see me, you see him. When you approach me, you're approaching him, whether you like it or not. I'm sorry, but you do. All right, so CEO 3 times. So we have 3 companies. The first company is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing, where we staff medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. Then we have TLHS Heart to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is our baby that takes care of our medical professionals. And then we have The Real Alisa Applewhite Consulting. This is our consulting company where we literally help everyday people like you build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch. We work with medical professionals to show them how to get additional skills to get into different arenas when it comes to the hospital. So like if you're a med surgical nurse, you want to learn some ICU skills or ED skills, right? We can help you gain some skills so you can potentially qualify to get in those particular areas in the hospital. We also work with youth, and we help them with credit building and potentially opening a business. So we do that. We work with what else? Hospitals, nursing homes, and doctors' offices to teach them on how to retain their staff. Okay. So we do a lot in this consulting company, y'all. We have a book where we literally teach people how to build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch in the book. We do workshops that teach people literally how to get clients and manage clients, but also how to build a healthcare staffing agency. So we do a lot of stuff when it comes to the consulting company. So come join us on the consulting side, y'all, so we can teach you about healthcare because we're all things healthcare. All right. And we're dropping a community soon that I'm super, super excited about. Boom. And I cannot wait to build this community. Like it's like it gives me goosebumps every time I think about it because it's going to be that huge. Okay. All right. So you're going to follow me on all social media platforms at The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. Go follow me on all social media platforms, y'all. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel now. Like if you on IG, or if you are literally on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's another one. Go follow me on YouTube. Like, stop playing these games. We're not doing this. All right. So, I gotta change that. No, that's the right date. March 15th, this Friday. All right, this Friday, y'all, we are having a workshop called Make the Call to Get the Client. This is a workshop that we're having this Friday. Go to this website right here to be able to attend if you are our students. For this particular one, you can come free. I say it again, free. Right, I'm gonna say it again, free. I like the way it sounds. It sounds like I'm echoing free. So this Friday, you can come to that workshop. Go to right here to register for the workshop. It's called Make the Call to Get the Client Workshop. Y'all, tickets start at $497. And the reason why I say start at $497 because you do have an option to get VIP or amazing VIP. I think $497 is VIP because they normally were $97, but those sold out. So definitely, and they ain't sell out. We just stopped the offer. I'm just being honest. That's just my honest blade. We stopped the offer because it was like a weekend offer that we did the beginning of March. But tickets start at $497. So please get your tickets, y'all. We are teaching people how to get clients. We have a process, we have a system, and we want to teach it to you because we want to get you organized. All right, so get your tickets today. Do not miss out on the event. Make the Call to Get the Client workshop. As always, y'all, I absolutely love y'all. I cannot express this enough. Like, I'm telling you, I love you. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm so glad that God decided to give you breath and for you to be here today. And what I'm saying to you is, regardless of what's going on, because this morning we woke up to somebody hitting our car or one of the our neighbors. And regardless of what's going on, y'all, you got to stay positive. You got to stay in pocket. You have to understand that it is the devil's job to literally make sure that you fail. And not only that you fail horribly, but to make sure that you go with him to hell. Because it's boring down there, right? I'm quite sure it's boring. I don't know if it's fun. I've never been. But in my mind, what I think about is, if God has cursed me as a devil, I'm going to take everything he loved. I'm going to take everything he loved. He has damned me to this place. So you have to realize that the things that happen to you sometimes is a test. And you have to pass that test. You got to be able to pass that test. And this is why I tell people to go out and build a relationship with your creator, because there's no relationship like the love that God has for you, regardless of your mom who loves you, your husband who loves you, your kids who love you, regardless on whoever it is that love you, y'all. Nobody loves you more than God. How do I know that nobody loves you more than God? Because I've been a nurse as of this year for 20 years. And every person that has lost a loved one, that has cried and begged and pleaded and exchanged their life to bring that loved one back, that loved one has never not once got up out of that bed and said, hey, I'm back. Now God, take them. Hey, I'm here to tell me that what you had to tell me. You say you had one more thing to tell me. I've never seen a loved one get up from the dead and say, I'm back. Right. And that shows me that there is something stronger than me. There is something greater than me. There is something bigger than me that decides if my body is going to talk and move today, or if I'm going to lay down and die. Okay. And this is how I know God loves me so much more, because God said to me today again, Alisa, wake up, breathe, have life, so you can be amongst the people you love, so you can go serve my people and tell them I love them, and also tell them to follow my commandments, and life will be so much better. So y'all, I'm on this journey with y'all. I'm not perfect at all. Like, don't. I tell my husband, you don't see this halo? This halo sometimes it get a little dim. All right. But I'm just being honest with you. You don't have to be perfect to go to God at all. He wants you on all your mess. And I always say, most of the people that follow him, including Mary Magdalene, she was a hoe. I'm so sorry to say that. That's what she was, right? She was out there in the streets, and when she was out there in them streets, God still seen it where she was worth it. Regardless of where you are, no matter what you're doing in life, no matter what addiction you might have, y'all, you worth it. You so much worth it. So keep your eyes on God. Start reading the Bible. Understanding the Bible for yourself. That's one of the things I'm going to start doing live is reading the Bible with y'all so I can stay consistent in reading it. And y'all can help me with some of these words sometimes because I be looking up in the Bible definitions and I sometimes I get a little derailed, but I'm just being honest. And then they say I read the Bible different. So I want to express this to the world. And I want my kids to see it too. So it's going to be like everything is going to be for the bigger picture. But y'all go build a relationship. Go out there because God loves you. Just say, Lord, you know what? I don't know about this relationship Alisa talking about, but just start talking to God and watch. Now, yeah, life might go to hell for a little bit because the devil sees that now you know who the true source and power is, but keep pushing. Because every time the devil tests me, I'm like, I'm on the right track, girl. I'm on the right track because he after me hard, right? So go build a relationship with God. I absolutely love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow.
The importance of an intent schedule is to help people understand that you have a schedule and that they see that you're organized, and it helps and reflects your business as, okay, this person has their stuff together. If they say they're going to do this, and then they're going to do it. It helps you stay accountable for what you promise people you're going to do, because you cannot have a business where people don't trust you. When the trust is gone, your business is gone.